Today on Rappler. Rodrigo Duterte's defense lawyer Nicholas Kaufman clashes with former spokesman Harry Roque over defense strategy. Pharmally graft charges finally reached the Sandigan Bayan after a year of moving through lower courts. Reporters Without Borders says Philippine journalist Frenchie Mae Cumpio is now accused of double murder. Cambodia accuses Thailand of arresting 20 soldiers as border peace holds for the third day. And Justin Timberlake reveals a Lyme disease diagnosis after his world tour. Tensions rise in The Hague as former President Rodrigo Duterte's lead counsel and his former spokesperson clash over legal strategies. It began in June when Vice President Sara Duterte told supporters that former spokesperson Harry Roque had suggested going through the Dutch laws to temporarily get Duterte out of jail. It involved suing the Dutch government, claiming Duterte was a victim of extraordinary rendition, a term in international law for an illegal transfer or abduction. However, the Philippine government said it was simply following its own law, RA 9851, the international humanitarian law, which allows the surrender of a person wanted by an international court. Nicholas Kaufman says this was a crazy scheme and told a supporter based in The Hague that, quote, neither the former president nor anyone else in his immediate vicinity is interested in Harry Roque as a lawyer. Roque maintains his exploration of this option is authorized by the Duterte family, telling Rappler on Thursday that VP confirmed that PRRD approved. She said so in a briefing after one of her visits. Rappler reached out to the camp of the vice president for comment but has yet to receive a response. The graft charges over irregular Pharmally contracts have finally reached the anti-graft court Sandiganbayan after a year of moving through two lower courts. The case involves 4.1 billion pesos in allegedly anomalous pandemic contracts awarded to Pharmally, a company with little capital. The respondents include former budget officials Lloyd Christopher Lau and Pharmally executives such as Lin Wei Xiong, a business partner of former Duterte advisor Michael Yang. The Office of the Ombudsman filed the charges in July 2024 with the Manila court, insisting it has jurisdiction because of Section 2 of Republic Act 10660, which says a lower court has jurisdiction if the charge does not allege any damage to the government or any bribery. The charge sheets say the budget officials gave unwarranted benefits, advantage, or preference to Pharmally officers. The Ombudsman claimed this doesn't count as government damage. In September 2024, the Manila RTC junked the case for lack of jurisdiction and referred it to the nearest judicial region, Malolos, Bulacan. The Malolos RTC also dismissed it for lack of jurisdiction. That's when the Ombudsman went to the Sandigan Bayan. The Sandigan Bayan said the Ombudsman theory is fundamentally flawed, saying that a contract that is unfavorable or prejudicial to the government, if implemented, would necessarily involve harm or loss to the government. Reporters Without Borders or RSF discovers another case against Filipino journalist Frenchie Mae Cumpio, in which she is accused of taking part in an ambush that killed 2 soldiers. This as Cumpio's trial nears its end. She has been in pre-trial detention since February 2020 for illegal possession of firearms and financing terrorism, charges based on fabricated evidence. In this new case, one man claims to have survived the ambush. He says he crawled close enough to see the attackers and identify 5 of the 7, including Frenchie Mae Cumpio. The only other known witness in the case, also a paramilitary soldier and alleged survivor of the attack, did not mention Frenchie Mae Cumpio among the attackers in his sworn statement. According to RSF information, no material evidence supports her presence at the scene. The Commission on Human Rights had opened a parallel investigation into the double murder of the soldiers. The commission says it had already closed the inquiry into Frenchie Mae Cumpio's alleged role in the double murder due to lack of sufficient evidence. Cambodia accuses Thailand of arresting 20 of its soldiers and killing 1 after a ceasefire had already started as a shaky truce continues for the 3rd day along their disputed border. The 2 countries had fought for 5 days the week before with at least 43 people killed, many of them civilians, and more than 300,000 forced to flee, until a truce brokered in Malaysia on Monday halted the fighting. Since then, Thailand's Cambodian troops broke the ceasefire several times, but Cambodia denies this and claims that Thai forces wrongly arrested its soldiers. Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet says, quote, "We appeal to the Thai side to promptly return all 20 of our forces, including other forces if any are under Thai control." Cambodian defense official Lieutenant General Rath Dararoth also says one Cambodian soldier died while in Thai custody after the ceasefire. His body was returned, but no other details were given. Justin Timberlake reveals he had been diagnosed with Lyme disease after wrapping up his Forget Tomorrow world tour. The 44-year-old singer, who faced online criticism for lackluster performances, admits he felt massive amount of nerve pain or just feeling crazy fatigue or sickness on stage. Timberlake says in an Instagram post, quote, "I've been battling some health issues and was diagnosed with Lyme disease, which I don't say so you feel bad for me, but to shed some light on what I've been up against behind the scenes." The Center for Disease Control and Prevention says early signs of Lyme disease include skin rashes, muscle and joint pain, chills, and headaches. The pop star says he was hesitant about sharing his condition, but later felt that he needed to share what's going on with him. Timberlake became famous as the lead singer of the hit boy band NSYNC. He went solo in 2002 and was a top charting artist throughout the 2000s. And that's today's wrap. I'm JC Gotinga. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.